That's actually default. Send me what you want.
I'm sorry, but the EDL makes completely and utterly no sense. So if you live in the UK and you haven't been living under a rock, you will know about the EDL marches and the riots that are happening and how they're fighting to take their country back. Now, in a later video that I will post the next day, I talk about why immigration will be a problem. I understand the point of, letting random people into the country from different sides is going to overflood the country. But the one thing I don't understand that these people do is they blame everybody else but themselves. Today I'm going to show you how backwards the EDL racist mindset really is. Now onto the 2021 and 2024 Euros. In this Euro competition, England reached the finals both times. And because they lost, the EDL and some of the British minority in England decided to blame the black players, and an onslaught of racist abuse continued online. Now in the first Euros, the three black players Rashford, Saka and Sancho missed penalties, so that was their motivation. But this Euros that have just passed, the black players did not even do anything. In fact, without the contribution from the players on the England squad that are mainly of ethnic minority, England would have definitely lost sooner. But once again, because we lose to, Lamine Yamal's absolute magical performance, it's now every black person is the M-word. Get them out the country. We don't claim them as British. And you're starting to see a pattern of how backwards the EDL racist mindset is. Because when we were going through the competition, they were like, yes, we love Saka, we love Rashford, we love all these people. We love Bellingham. They were cheering and claiming us as British. But the second that something goes south, we are no longer British and we should go back to our country. I mean, even if we went back to our country, what would be left of the England squad? Let's be real here. And that just goes to show how hypocritical and backwards the EDL racist mindset is. Because they go back on their racist values a million times. I mean, at least if you're going to be racist, at least stick to it. Don't just change up every single time something happens. Let's talk about why these riots are happening. Now, the EDL is claiming that the immigrants are all taking their jobs and they do not deserve the high, top-paying jobs at all. Showcase in this video.
How important an issue is immigration to you?
Well, I can't get a job. They come to this country and they just get a job just like that.
So when you apply, what do they say to you?
Well, I've got a criminal record. Assault.
Assault?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Well, I've been out of prison now 3 years now.
And so you blame immigrants rather than your criminal record?
What you see in this video is a person claiming that it's the immigrant's fault to why he cannot land a job and fails to take actual self-accountability on the fact that he's got a criminal record. So I decided to take it upon myself to look at the stats. If you look at the stats, academically, white British people in the UK have the lowest rate to pass academic performance. That is GCSE and A-level. They're at the lowest rate. The highest rate is Asian people. Now, I'm not saying all white British people are dumb. There are really some smart people out there. But because you guys are the ones failing the most when it comes to academics, and the ethnic minorities are having a higher percentage of people passing academics, they are the ones landing the real jobs. Instead of actually acknowledging this fact, the EDL decided to blame everybody else, blame immigrants to why they're failing. Because when I was going through secondary school, and this is not to say that all white people are dumb, but the majority of the people that were the ones punching the walls and that were the ones that were failing the tests and stuff like that and did not care was people of white British ethnicity. But like I said, there was a lot of people of that ethnicity that were very smart, even smarter than me. So you mean to tell me that some of these EDL people that are saying, give us back our jobs, you spent the whole of your academic career probably doing things that are very bad, smoking this, doing that, not giving a single fuck about academics throughout when you were younger. You probably failed your GCSEs and you probably failed your A-levels, but you expect to get the high-paying jobs. And your reasoning is because we were born in this country, it's our birthright and we are certainly entitled to get these jobs. Let's say we ran by the EDL's rule. We said, you know what? Even though you guys have no qualifications, no GCSEs, we're gonna give you the jobs right off the bat. Who failed his GCSEs, failed his A-levels, but because he was born in the UK and he is white British, he's given, the management role of our economy. Even though he can't even do bus stop division, we give him the job of managing the economy just because he was born in England and he's white British. Now, the economy is terrible as it is, but the economy will completely collapse. So they sit here and wonder, why is it more of the ethnic minorities are now taking up most of the, high-paying, more prestigious jobs? And it's because people of ethnic minority work harder than you guys. And you see, most of the time, people of ethnic minorities, their parents or they came from terrible situations back home. Which is why they have the drive and the motivation to succeed academically so they can get at the top of the hierarchy. Ethnic minorities in this country like Black, Asian, Indian, you name it, are probably born into families that tell them that they have to pass, that encourage them highly to do great in school, that do the extra things to make sure their children are actually focusing and putting their brains on in school. And it's because people of these minority backgrounds come from absolutely nothing, so they want to scale themselves to come from something. Whether these people have immigrant parents that have sacrificed a lot to make sure that they come to this country and give their children a better opportunity in life, they more likely than white British people succeed in the education system and get to the high-paying jobs. And this is what the EDL fails to notice. The EDL blames everybody else for why they're, in tough times rather than themselves. Even though some of these guys' children are probably taking courses in college that require little to no GCSEs because they couldn't pass their GCSEs. Even though some of these guys in the EDL are probably on benefits, have no academic qualifications whatsoever, but feel entitled just because they're white British. It's the most stupid and screwed ideology I have ever seen in my entire life. And finally, they all like to claim we're taking our country back whilst they're vandalizing their own country. And on top of that, we're complaining about immigrants committing crimes in their country, ruining their country, and they're doing exactly that. I understand immigration, letting everybody in, like I said before, is a big problem in the UK. And I'm going to touch on that in another video. But to sit here and blame every other person that's not of white British origin saying, you're the reason why I can't get a job, you're the reason this happens, is completely stupid and lacks self-accountability. Because like I said before, people of ethnic minorities probably grew up different to people of white British minorities. And maybe if these EDL members did good in school instead of, punching the walls, getting suspended, swinging at teachers, maybe they would have had more success in their life.